Hello everyone, this is Kiran Gaikwad, Assistant Professor at Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, Kelly College of Pharmacy, Belgavi. So today we will discuss rule for IUPAC nomenclature. So there are 7 rules which are applicable to identify the name of the organic compounds or find out the name of organic compounds, and we use those 7 rules to name the organic compounds. So we'll see the rules, those rules one by one. So first rule is if you have the organic compound, suppose if you look at this structure number 1. So if you look at this structure, we have to find the name of this organic compound. So first rule says find the longest chain in the compound. Now if you look at this structure, there are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbon atoms are there. And if you find there are 2 carbon chains in there. So this is the one chain we consider, and there is another chain that also we can consider here. This is the another chain. Now in that chain we have to find the longest chain. Longest chain means what? The chain in which there are the more number of carbon atoms are present. So we'll count the number of carbon atoms in this chain as well as in this chain. So in this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here there are 6 carbon atoms, and in this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here there are 7 carbon atoms are there. So in this chain, in this compound, this is the longest chain of the organic compound. So what we will do is, so as per the first rule, we will consider this is the longest chain. So we got the longest chain of this compound. Next, what we have to do is we have to follow the next rule. Now next step is determine the root name for the parent chain. Now since there are the 7 compounds, 7 carbon atoms, we have to give the parent name for the chain. So since there are 7 compounds, the name will be, name of the longest chain will be heptane. So we found the name and we have given the name for the parent name as well. So this is heptane. Now our next rule is we have to number the chain in such direction that if there is a substituent present, that substituent should get the lowest number. So in this case, there is one substituent here in this compound number 1. So this is methyl group attached to this carbon atom. So what we have to do is we have to name this parent. So if we start naming from this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this carbon atom will get the number 5. And if there is a numbering we do from this end, 1, 2, 3. So this carbon atom get the number 3. So we have to follow the rule, and as per the rule, we have to name the carbon atom to which the substituent is attached. That carbon atom should get the lowest number. Now we'll this chain from this carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, right? So this is our third rule. Now rule number 4. In rule number 4, we have to give the numbering for the substituent. If the substituent is more than 1 present in one organic compound, then how can we number that compound, which is mentioned in rule number 4? Suppose, so in this structure there is one more substituent other than this is another CH3, which is here. Now what we have to do is we have to give the numbering for these 2 substituents in such a way that the second substituent should get the least number. Now we'll see that from which end we give the numbering for this organic compound so that the second substituent will get the least number. So suppose we give the numbering from this carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this and this substituent get numbering 4 and 5. Okay, from here 1, 2, 3, 4, it will get 3 and 4. So if we keep the numbering from this end, okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the second carbon atom, the second substituent, second methyl group which is attached to this carbon atom will get the least number if we give the numbering from this end. So that is the rule number 4. We have to give the numbering in such a way that second substituent should get the least number. If we give the numbering from this end, then it will get the 3 and 4 addition or substituent. So we have to give the numbering from this end. This is the rule number 4. Now next rule is rule number 5. So rule number 5, what rule number 5 says is determine the name and position number of each substituent. Now we have to determine the position and we have to name that. Now so the position of this first substituent is 3-methyl. This is the naming we are giving here, and here is 4. That is also methyl. This is also methyl. Now what we have to do is we have to find in rule number 5 we have to find the position and we have to give the name. So what we did here is we found the position of this substituent. So position is 3 and 4 and we have given the name. So 3, 4, methyl, and the parent name is heptane. Now what next rule? We have to follow the next rule, that is indicate the number of identical groups by prefixes di, tri or tetra based on the number of identical groups or substituents are present. Now in this whole structure there are two substituents are present. Two substituents and the substituents are identical. So substituents are methyl. Now when we are giving the name, so if there are these identical substituents, what we have to do is we have to give the name. Suppose there are the two methyl groups, it will become dimethyl. It will become dimethyl. Now dimethyl, how we have to write? We have to give the numberings, the substituents, at what position that substituent is present. So substituent is present is 3 and 4. 3, 4 dimethyl. So the name of the substituents we can write like this: 3, 4 dimethyl. And which can be the next rule is place the position numbers and the name of the substituent groups and the parent groups and name the whole organic compound. Now based on this and the name of the parent group will name this whole compound. So let me clear this first. I will write the name here. So it will be 3, 4 dimethyl and name of the parent chain is heptane. So 3, 4 dimethyl heptane. This is the name of this compound. Now these two alkyl groups are present. Now suppose there is another functional group which is present in this. So there are the two examples which we can see here. The first example is this compound where there is a OH group, hydroxyl group is present, which represent the alcohol. Now there is another example here. You can see there is also the alcohol OH groups are present. There are two OH groups are present. So we'll name based on the rules which we have followed for the previous example, and based on that only we'll name these two compounds. So number 2, the name of the compound will be, so we have to find the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is no another chain here, there is only one chain. This chain we cannot consider since there is no carbon atom attached. So we'll name the chain, this is pentane. Now at what position there is a OH group is attached. So from here 1, 2, 3 and from this end also 1, 2, 3. So either end you go, you name the chain. This is attached at 3 position. In that case you can number this chain from either by this end, from this end or this end. There is no issue with that. So we'll name this chain 3. We'll find the name the substituent 3. We will find the position and this is at OH group is present at 3. Now, if this is OH group is present, so the name of the compound or name of the longest chain changes. So it will be pentanol. It will be pentanol, and we have to give the number at what position that OH is attached. So it will become 3-pentanol. So name of the second compound is 3-pentanol. Okay. Now there is another example which you can see here. This is CH3, CH, then there are two OH groups are attached, OH, and in this case, how we can find the name of this organic compound? Since if there are two functional groups are present or two substituents are present. So we'll find the longest chain. Rule number 1. This is the longest chain. Now second, we have to name this longest chain. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it will be butane. Right? Now we have to find the substituents. So there are these two substituents are there. Now what we have to do is we have to number the chain based on the substituent present. So in this case also 1, 2, 3, 4. From either end you go, the same substituents is present, and we can, if we are numbering from this end or this end, these substituents are gonna get the same number. So we can number from either end 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to name the substituents. So there are two identical substituents are there. So what we have to do is 2, 3 diol, right? If there is a OH group, it is alcohol. So we have to give the name diol, right? And what the final name will be of this compound will be 2, 3 butane diol. So final name of this compound will be butane diol. So by using these 7 rules, you can name use any compounds. You can find the name for any organic compound. So use the 7 UPSC rules, nomenclature rules, and find out the names for organic compounds. Thank you so much.